Today, I'm going to share with you a technique to leave the body that I have created for myself in my youth, and up to this day, I still apply it. But this technique is customized according to the individual. Therefore, once you learn how it works, it's going to be perfect for you as well. Hi, what a great pleasure to be here to share with you some of the special techniques that I have developed for out-of-body experience. And I think that is very useful for every projector, at least at some point in their progress. Finding the right technique to leave the body is indeed a great challenge. You need to learn how each technique works to see which one is going to work for you. But it can be quite frustrating, the out-of-body experience, because there are times in which we try another technique, and it seems that we don't manage to detach consciously at will from the body. So here in this case, what I would like to share with you is not so much a technique to force you outside the body, but a technique that will use the process of detaching from the body, one which we all experience every night if we're hanging there lucid enough for enough time. And then you are going to use that moment. In addition, this technique can be used alone or combined with others, because in many cases we apply specific techniques and we feel that we are getting there, we are almost there, but don't manage to go that last step that takes us out of the body. And then we just have some sensations. We feel a little bit of the floating or the connection with the non-physical dimension, the non-physical reality around of us, but we don't fully manage to detach from the body. So here, what is it that we are going to use? We are going to use the natural reactions that we have, and by we, I mean our physical body, our energetic interface, meaning the energies that connect the physical body to the non-physical body, and also our non-physical body. But any of us who have been trying to leave the body, we know how this works. We just maybe have not yet realized that that's what is going on at that time. So let me teach you a few things. When we are in a deep level of relaxation and our mind is still lucid, meaning we have not just shut down our awareness, we are still conscious. Naturally, what's going to happen is that our energy field, or the energy of our chakras, which form our energy body, which, by the way, is the energetic interface that connects the physical and the non-physical bodies. Then, when we are at that point, super relaxed, these energies start loosening up, which cause our non-physical body, or astral body if you call it, to be start to getting loosened up inside of the physical one. So it's almost like a little detachment, but not completely going out. And this produces many different reactions. Among those reactions are the sensations of this process of starting to detach from the body. Some of these sensations are quite common and can be super clear to us, almost as if they were physical sensations. And those are the ones that we want to take advantage of at this moment. Either if you have already practiced a technique up to that point, or if it happens spontaneously, you can use those sensations, and I'm going to list them for you here in a sequence, 6 of them, just as an example. You may have different sensations that you want to use. One suggestion that I give you is that you try to remember which of these sensations perhaps you used to feel once in a while since you were a kid, for example. Because there are cases in which we have had these sensations, and it's for us like more natural type of reaction when we are leaving the body, and then we can take advantage of it. But then the sensations are rocking or swaying or undulation. And this is very common to many people. I remember sometimes when I was a kid thinking, is my bed moving? Because I could feel like going to one side and another, almost as if when we are like in a boat and it's going with the waves. It was pleasant, but it was so clear that I could not distinguish. And almost every night I would have that. I didn't know that was a sign that I would be detaching from the body. But later on in my life, when I was sure of what that sensation was, I would use it. In which way? Instead of trying to detach from the body, for example, going up or sitting up or any of these movements that people normally try and do when they are trying to leave the body, I would just make that swaying be stronger. So I would go more and more and more. What does it do to us? Well, sometimes in this moment, we are not completely out and really broken. We're just a little bit non-aligned. It's almost as if each cell of our physical body is connected to our non-physical body, and then this connection is a little bit more loose. It's not so rigid. So we start feeling that freedom, and then we start also feeling the movements of the energy of the non-physical dimension around of us. Because being less locked into the physical body, we sense more the non-physical reality. Which means when this sensation is felt, is because we are sensing in some way the non-physical or astral dimension that we are going to go to if we allow the process to go ahead. So when I do this and I intensify, what is it that I am doing? I am allowing my mind to focus more and more in my non-physical body, in the sensations that are related with the non-physical reality, and I get further and further from this strong connection that we have to the physical body, which in a way is a conditioning. It's very difficult to let go of the sensation of the physical body because for us it's like an instinct. We are there trying to leave the body, but we keep conscious of the breathing, conscious of the position, conscious of the environment, and most of the times we keep conscious of the body and trying to get out from the point of view as if we were completely connected. In this way here, we take advantage of the natural separation that is start happening, and we just make it increase and go. Don't be in a hurry. Just enjoy. And the more you do it, the more your mind will focus with the non-physical sensations until it becomes easier for the non-physical body to detach. There are dozens of sensations of disconnecting from the body. What we want here is to find out when they are happening and how we can use them in our favor. Having said that, let me bring the second sensation that I think is common enough to justify us discussing here, which is the ballooning or a sensation of swelling of the body. What happens in the case of this sensation is that the energy body or the energetic interface expands, but expands to a degree, not so much of how far from the body, but how intense, how much energy is carried in there. And we tune with that frequency of our bodies, which more the frequency of the energy body rather than the frequency of the physical body. And then the sensation of the energy becomes stronger than the physical body. In this case, the person will sense, for example, the whole body or the head or the hand or part of the body super big. But it's not just, hey, it's expanded. It's almost as if, for example, if it were the hand, you could sense the skin out here. Of course, the skin is not out here, it's because we are sensing the limit of our body, but the limit of our body now, it's so expanded because the energy kind of inflated. That's why we call it a ballooning, that we sense it out here. It may happen for a brief seconds, so you sense it in a specific part just for a moment, but it also can stay there for longer time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and that sensation persists. Individuals who do not know what that is may feel afraid of it because it's so vivid that people may think, there's something wrong with me. No, in this case, when it's related to the out-of-body experience, it's just that expansion. What are you going to do in this case? You go and you pay attention to the sensation that is out here. Don't focus on your body, forget it. Just concentrate here and aim to make this bigger. Not just imagining, but aiming slowly, concentrate so that your energy really expand more and more. So you lose the sense of the limit of your body. Your body is no longer here. So where is it that your brain is? Where is it that you are connected with? You are here, or you are here, or here, or here, and losing this sense of anchor of the physical body, it's very important for us to be able to detach consciously from the body. Therefore, use it if that happens to you. Third one, very simple but super, super, super common sensation is floating, like feeling weightlessness. If you sense like that, just focus on floating higher and higher. Don't push. Don't do a pushing movement. Don't force. It's more like the intention. In the same way that the floating sensation came spontaneously, and my point here is to use the sensations that came spontaneously. It's very important to be like that because it means the process of detaching from the physical body is going towards that direction. It's working in a way that is the type of reaction it is producing. So it came spontaneously. Equally, you just let it be, stay there, but pay attention on it. Almost like having the inner desire that you go higher and higher. Sometimes we have these floating sensations, but we sense we are with our nose there on the ceiling already. If this is the case, here is not this technique for you. If this is the case, you are already out there and you have to use a different technique, meaning you are already with a greater degree of disconnection from the body. But in the case that I am saying here, you are still inside the body. But your non-physical body just detaches and floats a tiny bit. It's almost like it gets just, let's say, half an inch out. It's more loosening up than completely going out. But that produces a very strong sensation of floating in some cases because our mind connects to the non-physical body and the sensation of the non-physical body. That's what is important here. How we are sensing the experience, how it's developing, and how we are reacting to it. Because there are cases in which a sensation can just cause you to come back to the body, can cause you to react in a way that you return instead of going further. So here we are going to use the sensations in the natural process in our favor. So again, it's customized for you. You see how it goes in each case. The fourth sensation here operates in very similar ways, but I wanted to mention it because many people do not recognize it. And therefore, instead of them allowing the out-of-body experience to take place when it comes, they fight against it. And it is the sinking sensation, like when we are feeling we are going down, we are very heavy. It's the opposite of being light and floating. So we feel we are at weight a ton and we are sinking. What should you do in that moment? Just enjoy it. Remember, this is part of the projection. It doesn't matter how we detach from the body. The detachment will bring, in many cases, some sensations. And when it does, use them in your favor. The fifth strategy I want to propose to you is based on the non-alignment of parts of your non-physical body, which means a partial projection, parts that start to detach. And how does it happen? Most of the case, the person is just lying down, relaxed, sometimes not even trying to leave the body. It's just spontaneous. And an example of how this can happen is, let's say, you are lying down and all of a sudden you feel your legs going up, but you don't sense anymore the physical legs. Your physical legs are there lying on the bed, but you only sense something that is like your legs that's going up, which are your non-physical legs. So we almost feel like upside down. But in other cases, it's a smaller condition. For example, we lie down with our arms in a certain position, and then we feel as if our arms are in a different position, or one of our arms. And then most people would react thinking, is this the way I left my body? No, my arms were not like this. So let me see. And then they pay attention to the physical body. When they pay attention to the physical body, it's instantaneous. The person even is in doubt later on because immediately it reconnects. What we want to do in a case like this is, if you are sensing your arm, for example, disconnected, move it, make it float. If it's your legs, let your legs be free and light. And the more you do it, the stronger you connect with the non-physical body, the non-physical dimension, and it becomes easier for you to detach. Then it gets to a point that it's just a tiny thread of energy is still holding you in your physical body. But when you want to leave and you let it go, the process happens. And this is very nice way of detaching from the body because you analyze details of step by step. Some of our projections, it's so instantaneous that we don't get to sense so much each step detaching from the body. So if this one happens to you, learn from it. Take advantage, enjoy, and move the non-physical part that is disconnected. The last one I want to bring to you is the sensation of vibrations, and they can happen in many different ways. Sometimes we may feel like electricity going through the body. Sometimes you can feel like a buzz inside of the body. Other times we can feel as if these energies or vibrations can feel like very cold, or we may feel they go through the spine only. Sometimes we feel they go through the whole body. This is very natural. Why does it happen? Because both of the bodies, physical and non-physical, they are completely aligned to start with, and there are energies connecting them both. When the non-alignment starts, this energy reaccommodate, and this reaccommodating can be felt in many different ways. And usually we feel like movements, waves passing by. And sometimes it's almost like we can hear the waves passing by or this movement. So what will you do? You will first enjoy, let it be. And if you notice something like the vibrational state, which is an increase in this vibration, it's almost like it takes over your whole body. It's a full buzz, but very intense in this case, inside your body, very powerful, and you feel it more energetically, of course, than physically. It's not a physical process, it's an energetic process. But when you sense that, if you can adjust the degree of frequency of this vibrational state, then we can just eject ourselves from the body. But this requires experience. So here it's a very nice practice for you to get to know yourself, get to know how you mostly detach from the body and how you react to it. I sincerely hope this video gave you many tips and was useful to you. If it was, please remember to give me a thumbs up, share the video, and if you decide to subscribe to the channel, please hit the bell so that you are informed when I publish new videos. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.